They told me there'd be a ramp. So be honest with me. Does this hat make me look tall? Can't help but think you're all looking at me and going, I bet he's got a Werther's Originals in his pocket. Lucky guess. If I look a little disconcerted up here, it's the bright lights. I've reached an age where I see a bright light and I just feel compelled to move towards it. I'm 72 years old and I'm turning into a moth. They warn you about diabetes, they warn you about heart disease. Nobody tells you that when a flash goes off, you're going to move towards it going, Grandma, is that you? This must be quite a thrill for you, being entertained by the ghost of Christmas future. Because this is it, this is what your future looks like. I have never done drugs, I have never smoked. I didn't take a drink until I was 22, and I did not have sex until I got married. And this is what I look like. Look at my face. I take off my clothes, I look like Groot from Guardians of the Galaxy. Should explain why I'm dressed this way. I had to come here straight from work. I was foreclosing on an orphanage. I'm having a hard time getting into the Christmas spirit this year. I have this urge to kick an elf in the goodie bag. Can't do that because elves have had a hard time. We used to have an elf on a shelf. Last year we had an elf on a ventilator. That's a really smart joke. Went to the falls on the weekend to see the lights. Strange thing, there was a blind guy walking around. Turned out he was sightseeing. Okay, I'm not really proud of that one. My wife announced this year our Christmas is going to have a theme, and that theme is Costco. We have so many ornaments, nobody has noticed we don't have a tree. Just stack them up in the corner, put some lights on it, family pet on the top, it looks great. Actually, usually what we have is a real tree, but we don't put lights on it because we're doing very traditional, so we'll put candles on it. And it's very festive, it's very romantic, and it's a great way to meet first responders. We used to have an inflatable tree until the cat tried to climb it. Last we saw, the cat and the tree were sailing down the street. Went right past the slow children sign. Until they put that up, we didn't know we had slow children. We suspected. I have to say, I hope you appreciate that I'm doing this tonight, because this is all Christmassy. I can only do this act for about 3 weeks in the course of a year. And I'm not up here with my cell phone or little bits of paper trying to, keep an eye and figure out what I'm supposed to do next, because that is very unprofessional. I'm too old to put lights up on the house, so I got one of those things that projects snowflakes onto the front of the house. What I didn't realize is there was a short in the cord and it was flickering on and off like a strobe light. And I didn't realize it until I went out later and half the neighborhood is seizuring on my front lawn. Somebody the other day gave me a poinsettia. That is the worst present you can give anybody. That is a floral fruitcake. As soon as I got it, the leaves started falling off. Happened last year at Christmas. Before we could open presents, I had to rake the family room. The only good thing was, it's the one gift I'm pretty sure isn't going to outlive me. A little dark for some of you, apparently. Kids have been asking their mother what she wants for Christmas, and she tells them what she tells them every year. Oh, I don't want anything. I don't get that. We had these kids, and we raised them and educated them and sent them out in the world, and now that they're ready to pay off, she doesn't want anything? That's like having a cat and not making a cat video. I want stuff. Do you know what it costs to raise a kid? They owe me a car. I've forgotten where I'm going to go next. It's the trouble when you get to be my age. You come up here to do jokes, next thing you know, you're wandering around looking for a place to pee. No, the kids have been giving some pretty weird presents through the year. One year I got a DNA test. Apparently their mother's word wasn't good enough. Another year they gave me a gift certificate for a tattoo. So I had my name put on my chest in reverse so I'd know who it was when I look in the mirror. I will say the gifts have improved ever since I told them they're in the will, but their names are written in pencil. Then to keep them on their toes, every year at Christmas I put an eraser into their stocking, so. That sounds mean. It's not meant to be. My kids are pretty good. They've had a hard time. When we were first married and we had kids, we had no money, so we used to wrap up the stocking stuffers so the kids would have more stuff to open on Christmas morning. You don't appreciate how many M&Ms are in a package until you have to wrap them up individually. My grandmother used to wrap our presents in tissue paper. And we would get up Christmas morning and run downstairs, and we'd have to very carefully unwrap the present so we could put it back on the roll. Other kids came down early so they could see what Santa gave them. We came down early so we could go to the bathroom. One year we got a dog for the kids. That was a treat to wrap. Very ugly dog. This dog was so ugly. Funny you should ask. This dog was so ugly, it looked the same from either end. Only dog I know that played dead for the insurance money. First time that happened, we found him in Mexico with some bitch. That's another smart joke. If you're keeping score, that's 2. I've peeped. Oh, the worst one to buy a present for is my wife because, well, first of all, is there anybody else that has problems buying a present for their wife or significant other? 2 people. So essentially, we're talking to a gift certificate audience, am I right? All these guys at Tim Hortons on the 24th, I need a $50 card and an envelope. No, she's hard to buy for because she gives such terrible hints. Like last year, she said she wanted something with a battery she could entertain herself with. Totally did not get iPad from that. Notice she didn't return it, though. For me, she got me a cell phone with no camera because she said I needed to simplify my life. So I can't send dick pics. I have to send dick descriptions. Now you laugh. But I can add 6 inches on and I don't have to learn Photoshop. I also don't have to explain why it was black in the picture and Casper the friendly penis in real life. She also has a smart vibrator, keeps telling her she can do better. Comes with all these attachments to go in every nook and cranny. I've been in her nook, I'm not allowed in her cranny. Now that kind of thing can, a lot of guys get a little upset about that, but you get to be my age and, well, sex with me now is like owning an old computer. It comes with a floppy. Not enough RAM and possibly a virus. So. I'm kind of surprised that we even have sex, because that first night on our honeymoon, the first time I saw her lady parts, and I took one look and went, wow. She slid off a bicycle seat right onto the crossbar. Well, really, with all those folds and wrinkles, it looks like God was trying to learn origami and it got away on him. That's something to think about, ladies, because if it worked out, you might be going around with a swan down there. Yeah, you picked out the worst joke I had. Very good. Anyway, well, I like getting old because I'm learning new things about myself. Like recently I realized that the older I get, the longer the foreplay gets. I know that sounds unbelievable, but you've got to do something while you're waiting for the medications to kick in. I'm trying to go green this Christmas. I did a inflatable doll over as Mrs. Santa Claus. She looks good. She looks damn good. Only thing is, she looks like she's about to break into a song that begins with, oh. Oh, come all ye faithful, I'm thinking. Well, I was hoping to end stronger than I'm going to. You have been a lovely audience, and I'd love to stay and do more, but I have to catch the casino bus back to the home. Which, by the way, looks remarkably like this stage. One chair, a stool. Anyway, I am the very affordable Jimmy England. Merry Christmas, everybody.